Hey y'all, hey and hello, my techies for life. I'm Kay, aka That's Sis in Tech, and this is K Talks Tech. Welcome or welcome back to the channel. This is a channel where we encourage Black women to pursue a career in technology by demystifying the industry. We talk about what the jobs are, what those jobs do, how much those jobs pay, how to find them. I talk about consulting and what's going on in the tech industry and tech news and processes and information that you would need to work in tech. I also give advice to small businesses on how to do certain things, and that's what we talk about here. So, today we are going to talk about the T in Tech episode 2, Remoting Ain't Easy. So go ahead and get that paperwork done before we jump in. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell, help my message get out, and let's talk tech. So, what's happening now in tech in terms of remote work? So, still, everybody wants to work remote. A lot of people want to get into tech because of the remote work possibilities, and the possibilities are absolutely there. But they come in different flavors, and there's still a battle. So, different CEOs are starting to battle it out to some extent in the media with comments about it. So we saw that Mark Gurner guy talked about him. There needs to be pain in tech. Unemployments need to 40 to 50%, and the employees have gotten too big for their britches. Yeah, they are too big for their britches. People dare to try and have a life they love, and so nobody's going to work for him anymore. So let's move on. Here's the thing. The CEO of, I can't remember what company it was. Let me see if I can find it real quick. This one CEO said, you know what? If you treat people like they're adults, you're not going to have a problem. I'm totally okay with people working remotely 100%. And that's the way you should be. Stop trying to control every little thing. You don't need to know how long that person spent in the bathroom. If you've just got to control people like that, you shouldn't be in the position you're in. You have no emotional intelligence and you don't need to have people reporting to you. Right? So, and I've seen people do things like that. I'll never forget I was working one place where one of the consultants got fired because they wanted all the consultants to clock out if they leave their desk. The guy just went to get a soda from the vending machine and he ran into the department head. And she said, "Did you clock out?" He said, "No." And they let him go. And then a lot of people left. So they lost the talent. And they hired more people, but just unnecessary churn because you want to control people. So here's the thing. If people are delivering, okay, and they're on salary and they're available during the core hours that you designate, what's the problem? I hate going into the office because for several reasons. Not and everybody's more productive from home. 90%. So that there is no productivity, that's a lie, okay? And there have been reports saying that it's a lie. The more people you have together, the more friction you have. And I don't really mean, I'm not even talking about people not getting along. I'm talking about the colognes and the perfumes that give me a headache because they attack my sinuses, and the food that you're cooking, and the speakerphone, and, all of that stuff is distracting me from the work. So I'm not more productive in the office. And then I had to spend 3 hours going back and forth to your office today, right? So when you stop hiring people and you're only hiring contracts and you've made the contracts very low rate, that is not sustainable. You are going to pay a price for that eventually. There's never going to be all employers that say, "I want to abuse people. I need to watch people." See, what it is you're projecting onto workers what you would do. Maybe what you're already doing. Maybe it's your imposter syndrome. I'm very confident about the work that I do because I've been doing it a long time. And I'm confident enough to know that I don't know everything. And so I don't mind asking a question. But if you're not confident that way, then you assume everybody works the way you do. If I tell you you're going to have something on a certain date, I move heaven and earth to make that true. That's what professional people do. So if you are not confident that the people you hired are professional, then maybe you're looking at yourself again. I'm just saying. So now, can you find remote work in tech? Yes, but it's highly, highly, highly competitive. Highly competitive. Um, it's not just the consultants that are suffering, the recruiting companies are suffering too. So eventually your business will suffer as well. Now, I see now that there are some employers are like, you know what? I'm just going to have to get this done and I got to stop playing around with this and I'm going to hire at a real market rate. So, and now there's going to be a lot of competition for those too. Most of the remote work seems to have settled around 3 days in the office, 2 days from home. I'm willing to take a lower rate to save myself that commute. Um, if I could save 2 hours a day driving back and forth using gas, and isn't that the green economy to be at home and not have more emissions in the air? I'm just saying, we don't all need to sit together. I would suggest you create for newer employees a mentorship program where the person has maybe multiple mentors that can help them with different types of work so they can learn the job. But you have to have people who are willing to do that. Usually the supervisor or the manager does that. But with everyone trying to do more with less, then you might have to incentivize some employees in a positive way to take on some of that. Um, so that's what it is. Can you find remote work? Absolutely. But you have to hop on it early. You want to be the first one at the gate. Um, and it's a numbers game. Um, it's taking longer to find things, and you have to be willing to weed out because I was talking with a recruiter that was saying the past few months have been thin. And so now there is a greater push to get resumes in for a job before the next guy. And so less care is being taken, right? So you got to watch out for that. Make sure you get all the details. Like have your list of what are the details you need. I've had people ask me, can I submit your resume? Where's the job located? What is the job title? So, yeah, you have to make sure that you ask these questions. So, what you want to know is where is it located? What is the salary range? We have pay transparency now, and so they're trying to scale that back a little bit and be uncomfortable with you asking about pay transparency. And they always want you to say the number first. It's like an embarrassment if they're not paying what you want. But at the same time, you're not paying what you used to pay. So, if I give you my regular salary, the conversation is over. So the question is, what is the logic behind that? Do you want to hire somebody who has that skill set and can do that job, or you just want to hire somebody cheap? For a lot of places, it's the latter. For a lot of places, there's a happy medium. But if I tell you I want $10,000 more than the salary, why throw me away? Why not just tell me what it is? If you know that you have a low salary, just say what it is. And don't tell me the job pays 100 to $200,000 because you know good and well you don't want to pay the $200,000, right? So I don't need to know the highest the salary can go at that juncture. I need to know how much can I be hired at for that job. That's what I want to know. What is all the game playing about? How do you find remote jobs? Everywhere. Go to LinkedIn, go to ZipRecruiter, go to Indeed, go to Dice, go to Monster Career Builder, Salary.com, Glassdoor, and they all have an option to say remote as opposed to a specific place. And it's a numbers game. I did find this article on Dice.com that gives you a list of companies that actually allow remote work. Well, actually, it gives you a list of companies and shows you which ones allow remote work and which ones don't. I will put this down in the description box. But Dice says that they got this list from a company that did a survey called blind.com, and you see in the window now those list of companies. A lot of the big tech companies are hybrid, but what you have to remember is that every company needs tech. So you don't have to work for a tech company. You can work for some other company that allows remote work. And the smaller companies are taking advantage of the situation with the big tech companies that to steal some of that higher level talent to allow them to work remote, and that makes it affordable because a lot of people will take a lowered rate in order to work remote. If you scroll down to the end of the list and you click that remote work button, Dice has a bunch of articles on remote work, and their research is pretty good. They have the connections to get these answers directly from both candidates and companies. So, you know, you'll see down in here, Meta leans into big tech hybrid work trend. Before they were saying they were going to be remote. I guess they changed their mind. Then they show you what kinds of roles lead remote tech jobs, developers and data analysts. A lot of different articles here. Something there about Walt Disney, remote work dips for popular tech roles. But there are certain roles that will always be in demand that you can find remote work. So keep that in mind. Go out to this. I'll put the link in the description box. If you found something I had to say informative or helpful, please do subscribe, hit the like button, hit those notifications, and I'll see you next time when we will continue to talk tech. Thanks for watching.